Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster. We finished off the B30s in the last video of the advanced series, and C and D both have 30 total in them. So I think just doing 10 per, going back to 10 per video like I tried to do at the beginning is going to be a good pace for this. 1-0, 3-0, and we're in 3-0. We have not all that many tricks. Right, we have 3 hearts, 3 tricks in the minors, and a spade. Maybe more spades, but probably not. So we have at least 7 tricks, but we need, quite a bit more. Ducking this would be very rash, because West might very well have the queen and queen and ace. In fact, it seems quite likely. East would just win, put a spade through, and we'd lose a bunch of tricks. So we win this, and it sort of looks like, well, okay, we have set up 2 more tricks without losing the lead to East, who could lead a spade through the king, right? So an avoidance play then. We need to lead up. Sorry. And by losing 1 trick, we have to set up 2 more. The only place we could possibly do that is diamonds. So we need to lose a diamond and hope the suit is 3-3. But when we lose the trick, we want to make sure we lose it to West. So we're going to play a heart up to the jack and a diamond. If we duck this trick, East will win it. We don't want that. So we win the king. Cross to the ace. Lead another one up. East might... No, he would certainly win this. The 10 is the highest one remaining. So we win the ace here as well. And now we just have to duck and hope that East doesn't also have the 8. But since it's Bridgemaster, he doesn't. The defense did their best. They tried to make sure East would win a trick. But if ever East had played like his 7, which was the lowest diamond outstanding, I would have been happy to duck, and West would be forced to overtake and be unable to continue spades. This is like the same hand, right? But the diamonds and clubs are reversed. And our entry situation is a tiny bit different, but pretty similar. Still, we have to lose a diamond, and we have to lose it to West. So we play a diamond up. If we play low, East will certainly win, unless West has all 6 diamonds, in which case we're dead. So we win the ace here. We cross over, and we lead a diamond. Again, East can probably win, so we play the king. And we duck? Like, am I missing something? No, it's just the same play, but keeping the other hand... I don't know. I was hoping it would be one where at some point West actually would play the highest diamond outstanding, and we would therefore duck. But I guess not. But that's what we would do if he had played the highest outstanding diamond, the queen. If West ever plays the queen on a diamond lead up to dummy, we duck. We need diamonds 3-3 anyway, but we want to try, if possible, to lose the trick to West. 3-no trump. Oh, yeah, I think I've seen this idea before. So we have 2 spades, and if we have a dummy entry, then we would have 5 clubs, which would be 7. And a diamond would be 8, and we could easily afford to just lose a heart to set up 2 extra tricks, make an over trick, right? However, we don't necessarily have a dummy entry. If West has the king of diamonds, fine, we can lead up to the queen after unblocking clubs. But what if East has it? Then I might have no dummy entry and only 3 clubs, in which case 3 clubs, 2 spades is 5. The ace of diamonds is 6, and 2 hearts, if I concede a heart trick, would be 8. But I'd only have 1 diamond trick at that point. I wouldn't have a second. So the idea is here... I mean, I guess you might as well duck, right? But it also is never going to help, so I guess I'll just win it. The idea is to lead You can't just go after hearts, because if you do, you'll have 2 spades, 2 hearts, 3 clubs, and a diamond. 8 tricks. Instead, you lead the Jack of Diamonds, a trick the defense can't afford to win. Because if they do, they give you access to 2 clubs. We're sort of setting up 3 tricks if they win this. 1 diamond with the queen and 2 clubs. When they let you win this, you say, alright, thanks, I only needed the 1 diamond, I'm going back to hearts now. We've stolen a diamond trick, and we're back to our real suit. Or our real, threat. It would be nice to enjoy the clubs, but, you can't have everything. I was talking to someone about the Bridgemaster series and how it is on BBO and how it's not as good as it used to be, just interface wise. The material is still just as good, but we were both complaining about the fact that you can't press left to undo. And he said, "Oh, there is a claim button on BBO still, right?" And I was like, "No, I couldn't find one." Yeah, because I don't know what the Windows program you could install, Bridgemaster 2000. I think that's what it was called. It was just snappier. It was more custom built. Whereas this just kind of has to be shoehorned into BBO's existing interface. So everything was just more convenient. And you could hit claim if you'd made it far enough through the deal that there was nothing interesting left. And they would give it to you. The BBO port doesn't do that as far as I can tell. I haven't found a claim button. West is leading hearts even though North bid them, which is interesting. Funny, the diamonds are blocked, right? That's the issue. We have 2 spades, a heart and a club is 4. Assuming the diamonds come in, we have 5, and if they don't, we look pretty dead. So that would be 9 tricks, but we have to make sure we can cash them. If the suit is 2-2, it's fine. We can play ace, then king, drawing all the diamonds, then win a diamond in hand, then cross to the queen. But if the suit is 3-1, well, if it's 4-0, we're kind of dead. If it's 3-1, we have to play the ace, king, queen, and then we'd have to cross back to hand, right? And we'd be stuck, unable to get to dummy, since they've knocked out the ace of hearts already. So what we're going to do is throw away one of our diamonds on a heart trick. West is going to switch to spades here? No. Okay. Actually, why not switch to clubs? Maybe you can just duck too many clubs and win a club trick? I'm not sure. It seems like if they had continued clubs, we might be in some trouble. Anyway, we duck this again. And now, as long as both opponents follow to diamonds, which does happen here, we can cash the ace, king, queen, drawing all the outstanding diamonds, pitch this meddlesome 7 on a heart, and cash diamonds. Then back to hand for the ace, king, our last 2 tricks. So what happens if West does switch to a club, though, Fred? 9 easy tricks, but what if diamonds are blocked? If you win and cash diamonds, you'll be stuck. Yep. Duck the heart lead. West must continue hearts. Ah, that's the point. Right. If West doesn't continue hearts, we just win it and cash diamonds. Right, because we don't need any club tricks. We just need the ace of hearts to be an entry to dummy. So we win it, cash 3 diamonds, cross back to hand for a diamond, back to dummy with the last heart, and then enjoy the 13th diamond. Okay, sure. 3, no trump. The diamond suit is tempting. The club suit is also interesting. We have 4 certain losers. So you can't do something like duck a heart to try to set that suit up. It looks as though we can't really attack clubs because The defense will have set up spades before I set up any clubs. So we need to set up a diamond, right? Or the diamonds. We have 5 tricks outside of diamonds, 3 spades and 2 hearts. And maybe a club if the opponent's cashed 3 of them for 6. But we need a bunch of diamond tricks, probably like 4. Dummy has 7, I have 1. That's 8. The opponents have 5. On any 3-2, we can just play King, Queen, Jack and we'll be fine. On any 5-0, we can't take enough diamond tricks. So we have to think about the 4 ones. And the only one that seems interesting is if West has singleton ace, right? In that case, leading the king from dummy would fail. But crossing to hand and leading a diamond up would succeed. There's a further problem, though. Which is, if I cross to hand to lead a diamond up, I have to either cash my spades now or potentially never win them. But if I cash them now, then the opponents can win 3 clubs, a diamond, and at least 1 spade. So that doesn't quite work. Do you just win this and play king of diamonds? It seems kind of pedestrian. But you can't afford to fool around in clubs or something because the defense will switch to hearts and you'll blow one of your entries anyway, right? So I think the issue here, maybe this is kind of like a trick question, this hand. Because in diamonds, you want to try to protect against a 4-1 split where West has the ace by leading up to the king. And that makes sense in isolation. But in the context of the broader hand, you actually can't handle that. If West has ace stiff of diamonds, and we cross to a heart, then lead a diamond up, I think we're just going to lose the game, right? Oh, maybe I don't... okay, slow down. How many diamonds will I win if I get the suit right? 6, right? So I don't actually need the king, queen of spades. I can take 2 hearts and 1 spade. So I actually can afford load the ace here. And then low up the king of diamonds. I could try cashing 1 spade first to be like, hey, at least I'll take 1 of my spades. But it doesn't make a difference. The opponents still have 3 clubs and a diamond. So I think we just win this. Cross in hearts. And lead a diamond. Yeah, and we're all set now. Turns out the opponents continue spades. They don't see the problem that I have, apparently. So we're going to make some over tricks. But I think you do have to realize that you have spare tricks for that safety play to be right. 5 tricks. Yeah, if there's only one 4-1 you can pick up, which is West having singleton ace. Okay, he doesn't mention why you can afford this. Maybe it's just considered too obvious. But I think it's interesting to note that if you had fewer diamonds, this line wouldn't be in. You would. If you had 2 fewer diamonds or some, I don't know the exact number, but some number of diamonds would not be enough. We're in 6-no trump after 2 clubs, 2-no, 6-no? Yeah. This looks like it's about combining your chances in spades. Playing for the jack to be doubleton or tripleton, basically. And what if it isn't? We have 4 diamonds. Boy, I want to duck a heart. But it's just wrong, right? Because I need the King of Hearts as an entry. So here's... Okay. We have 6 tricks in the minors. 2 hearts is 8. 3 spades is 11. We need 1 more. We could get 1 in spades. By finessing the 10 to see if we can pick up the jack in the west hand. Or by just playing for the suit 3-3, or the jack falling, something like that. Numerous ways we could get 1 more trick in spades. We could also try some sort of squeeze in... If the spades don't break, we can squeeze between like spades and either hearts or clubs. I think it's going to have to be clubs, but I don't know. I'm having trouble seeing how you combine the 2 lines. Because you can't really duck a heart here. If you do, the defense will knock out the King of Hearts, and now you don't have the entries to play spades correctly. The way to play spades is to play the king, just in case East has a void. You'll find out in time to finesse West for the jack. Then the ace, and if the jack drops, you cash the 10 of spades and cross back to a heart to let yourself enjoy the last spade trick. So that's one thing we could do, is just win this ace of hearts and play on spades, winning anytime the jack of spades is in a 2 or 3 card holding, and also when East has 0 spades, which basically will never happen, but it's possible. Or we could duck this trick, rectifying the count for a black suit squeeze, which works anytime the spades are coming in, but not... Sorry, when the spades are coming in, or there's a black suit squeeze, like the same player who has 4 or more spades to the jack also has 5 clubs. Or I suppose if that player has 6 hearts, because then it's a double squeeze around clubs. However, in that line, you fail if the jack of spades is doubleton, because you'll have blocked the hearts and can't get them in the right order. So what's the difference between the 2 lines? One of them succeeds when the jack of spades is in the long spade hand, having 4 or 5, and also that hand has another long suit. The other one succeeds when the jack of spades is in the short hand. And I guess you could always try the club heart squeeze after that. If West happens to have 6 hearts and 5 clubs, not very likely to work, huh? I think it's better to have a line that succeeds anytime... Well, I should be able to analyze this, right? How many hands are there where the jack of spades is in a doubleton holding? Those are the ones where winning the heart immediately is right. In spades, there are 7 cards in our hand, therefore 6 that the opponents have. One of them is the jack, 5 of them are small. So there are 5 ways for the jack to be in a doubleton holding. The jack followed by either one of the singletons. Times 2 if you want to include both east and west here, but we'll just say 5 general shapes, and then by reflection we get the other 5. Actually, I don't know. Maybe we have to be careful. Let's say there are 10 layouts. Also, I guess if somebody if someone has the jack dropping singleton, even that's okay. That's another case where cashing the spades, we're maximizing our chances in spades instead of trying to like hold a squeeze in our back pocket. If someone has the singleton jack of spades, we are also happy there. So there's in total 6 holdings. 12 again if you double, where that's right. Even more than that, I think, because East could have a void. So that's like 12 holdings, including both players, but also a 13th if East has a void. Okay, so there's 13 total spade layouts where ducking this heart gives up the contract. How many are there where ducking the heart is necessary? Well, that is not... It doesn't depend totally on spades, but it'll be when the spades are in... When the jack of spades is in the long hand, which means jack 4th or 5th, I guess. How many jack 4ths are there? There are 5 outstanding... So there are 10 jack 4ths. Jack 5th we're also going to have trouble with. And there are 5 of those. There are 15 holdings where you can't pick up spades and therefore would have to fall back on a squeeze. But the squeeze is quite unlikely to work. You need the player with long spades to also have long clubs. So while there are slightly more holdings where you can't pick up spades than when you can, I think, your chances of making the contract after failing to pick up spades are still fairly slim, even if you play for it. So I think you try to maximize your chances in spades and forget this whole squeeze thing, which means we win the ace of hearts. I believe we can go after diamonds first, which might give us some information. I don't think there's any harm in it. Okay. So West had 2 diamonds and East had 3. All right, Jack falls. And we do make our contract here. We get to cash the Queen of Spades to pitch 1 loser. And we just lose 1 more card at the end. So does Fred mention the other line? Spades is the only real chance. Well, okay. I guess you could mention it dismissively by saying it's not even a real chance. If a defender holds a doubleton jack, or I think the singleton jack, you also have to do this, right? Yeah, okay. So I saw the line for spades immediately, but then I spent quite a bit of time thinking about whether that was the right thing to do or whether something else would be better. And it turns out I did the right thing, but I did spend a lot of time thinking about the wrong thing. I don't know. It was right to do that kind of thinking, though. 1-3-5. Okay. This is an end play. We rough out the diamonds and then cash all the hearts and play a spade up to the king 10, covering whatever East plays. West will be unable to lead something safe, right? There go all the trumps, so cash the hearts. And put in that 10 to make sure East can't win. West returns a spade. And we have the rest. Pretty simple. There's really nothing else to do on this hand. No alternatives to consider. Yeah, I don't know. Nothing interesting happening here. Okay, 6 hearts unopposed. Most obvious thing I see is we have a heart loser. We need hearts to be 3-2, or we're going to have 2 heart losers. So we have 4 heart tricks in that case. 3 black tricks would be 7. And then all 5 diamonds would be 12. So what's the issue here? The issue is diamonds are blocked. And we won't have a hand re-entry after unblocking, or dummy re-entry after unblocking them, right? If we like unblock diamonds, play 2 rounds of hearts, and then lead diamonds, eventually somebody will ruff a diamond, and I won't be able to get back to dummy because the 2 is too small. So we have to win this and immediately duck a heart? Is it slightly better somehow to cash 1 heart, then cash a diamond, then duck a heart? I don't think so. Because we need hearts to be 3-2 anyway. So cashing the ace of hearts is never stopping someone from roughing a diamond if they had like 0 diamonds and 1 heart or something crazy like that. So even in that case, yeah, that just isn't possible. So we win this and immediately duck a heart. If West had let a spade, we'd be toast, but fortunately it was a club. Nope, wrong. I wasn't supposed to do this. I guess that's a reason to play ace, unblock, duck, is just in case the person with 2 hearts has a singleton club. Sure. Okay. And now the diamonds are all winners, and we've finished drawing trumps, so we can actually cash them. A bit of a shame that I didn't spot that edge case where ace and duck was necessary. I just was thinking about someone roughing a diamond. I didn't consider that someone might rough a club, but sure, of course I should have. Okay, we have some information from the opponents for a change. West has opened 2 spades, so we can be reasonably sure the king of spades is onside. Which is good, because if it isn't, we're pretty much dead, right? Boy, this is kind of dire. We have 2 nearly certain diamond losers. And the only way I can see sort of 2 potential ways to get rid of them, I guess. Well, no, only 1, right? In some Fantasyland universe, maybe West has 5 diamonds as well as his 6 spades, and you could squeeze him. But, like, let's get real. That's never going to happen. More likely, West has a singleton diamond. I mean, okay, he could have some other number, but the only number we can actually cope with is 1. Because East's going to play the king here, surely, threatening to give West a rough. So we have to win this. And I don't think there's any urgency to take the spade finesse, so I just won't. Let's draw trump here. Okay, good news. West has 3 hearts. So we're going to play West for 6, 3, 1, 3. And the way to do that is after taking this finesse and cashing the ace, we're going to exhaust all of his non-spade cards. And then exit a spade to him. discarding a diamond. Now he has to play another spade, and I can ruff in dummy and discard in hand. It's really the only hope you have here. And the queen of diamonds to the king does sort of indicate that it might actually be working, which is a nice nudge in the right direction. Okay, next deal, and C-10 will be the last one for this video. 4 hearts. This looks like one of those hands where trump control is an issue, and so you can't really rough trick 2 when they play a spade, right? Because as long as hearts are 4-1, we have 4-1 or better. We have at least 4 heart tricks and 5 diamonds and a club. But if hearts are specifically 4-1 and we try drawing trump, well, whoever has 4 hearts will be able to ruff a diamond at some point, and then we'll be stuck in hand. We won't be able to enjoy all of dummy's diamonds. So when another spade is played here, we have to pitch a club. Now we're threatening to play ace, king, queen, and duck a heart if they're 4-1. At which point we'll still have a spade left in hand to ruff the spade tap. Oh wait, hang on. Does that work? The problem is now I might lose a bunch of clubs. Hang on, maybe this hand isn't as so simple as I was making it out to be. Let's think again. Probably pitching here is still right, but maybe it isn't? Oh, it isn't. I see. The problem is if I duck and they switch to clubs, then I can't finish drawing trump, assuming that hearts are 4-1, because the player who has the 4th trump will win it and play another club, and they can cash some clubs before I can throw them on diamonds. And if you try to cash diamonds first, they'll ruff in and before you're done running them, and they'll enjoy some clubs. So what you have to do is ruff here and duck a heart. This way, if they try to tap you again in spades, you can take the tap in dummy and cross back to hand to draw all the trumps and then run diamonds. So it's important to lose the trump at a time when you can still ruff in dummy. I was thinking of a different way to retain trump control, which is often fine but doesn't work on this hand. All right, sure. So a little slip up there, but at least I caught it reasonably quickly. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.